Red Button means we're live, a casual take with your boy Stephen Pepper, here to give a take off my chest. Happy NFL Sunday, everyone. As you can see, I'm in my Michael Pittman jersey. About to go cheer on my Colts in about an hour. But until we all slouch on our couches for the next 7 hours and watching our favorite NFL teams, let me get this take off about Arch Manning because I watched him play yesterday, and I'll admit, he looked well. He played well for the most part, but he played well. Okay, 5 touchdowns, including a nice rushing touchdown showing off his wheels, but as he should, right? Because he went up against San Jose State, a team that featured players who 99.99% of them he wouldn't see on Sundays. Heck, he wouldn't even see in his own conference, the SEC. So, of course, Arch played well. So I don't know how much I can take away from Arch's performance yesterday, but if I were to take away one thing, it'll be this. I don't know. I just still don't quite see it in Arch. Generational. Maybe he proves me wrong as the season goes on, but I just don't quite see it. Now, he's more talented by far than what he showed in Columbus. And yesterday, he clearly was more comfortable playing his game. But again, he was doing it against future Northwestern Mutual Insurance employees. And he still threw a red zone interception into double coverage. You can't do that. So I don't know how impressed I can be with Arch's performance. But my main issue is this. When I watch Arch, I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this. Something's off about him. You know what I mean? I'm not a quarterback guru. I don't claim to be. I'm not his uncles, Peyton and Eli. I can't tell you the fine details of how a quarterback processes and plays the game. But just from a casual perspective, when I see him in that pocket, launching the ball, stepping up, the footwork, the mechanics, just something looks wrong. It doesn't look like something that can consistently produce greatness. And it's so odd, right? Because he is a Manning. So you would expect the dude would have came out the womb with a perfect spiral. Now, some people are theorizing it's a shoulder injury. I don't know how much stock I can put into that because I'm a firm believer in, dude, if you're on the field, you're on the field. But something's wrong about it. Now some people were saying, based on my last week's take, you can chalk it up to him needing more reps. But like I said last week, guys, he's not a true freshman. Okay, he is a junior. Yes, this is his first season as the true starter, but he's been in Sark's system for 2 years. Okay, he started games before. But when I watch Arch, he looks like a true freshman, which is kind of concerning. And a true freshman absolutely could put up 5 touchdowns against San Jose State with Texas's system, with Sark's play calling and all that talent around him, which I want to be clear. That the way Arch looks wouldn't be a problem had he not had all those expectations placed on him coming into the season. 2026 first-round pick, future Heisman Trophy winner, generational, the next Manning great, this guy can't miss. None of that. I wouldn't nearly be as critical on Arch Manning had people not put all those expectations on him. Yes, it is unfair. Yes, Arch doesn't want those expectations, but that's the expectations that's put on him. And the thing with Arch is, if his name was just Arch Smith and he was still the number 1 recruit out of college, he was still Sark's golden boy and sat behind 2 years, I wouldn't nearly be as critical of him. Okay, yeah, he should probably play 1 more year and, we'll evaluate from there. But when you give this guy all these tags like generational players, whether they're ready or not, you could see the flashes of generational, like Caleb Williams, game number 1. I just haven't quite seen it from Arch. And I think it has a lot to do with the mechanics. Something just looks off there. Now, at the end of the day, Arch still played well. I'll admit Arch did play well, but I don't know how impressed I can be when, he's doing it against San Jose State. The guy's got all the time in the world to throw. His receivers have a separation on every snap. It's the complete opposite how they played in Columbus. And it's no wonder Arch looked more comfortable. But what will Arch look like in about 3 weeks when he has to go to Gainesville and play Florida? Now, Florida did just lose at home to South Florida. That's a problem, but it's still a tough environment. Then the following week, he's got to host Oklahoma, who just beat Michigan with John Montier looking good. Then a couple weeks later, he's got to go at Athens and play Kirby Smart's Georgia. How will Arch Manning look there? That's all before the SEC championship. That's all before the college football playoff. So when I have issues with Arch about mechanics, he's got to play Florida in 2-3 weeks. You can't just fix mechanics in 2 to 3 weeks. Unless it's this shoulder injury and that's it. Then, okay, maybe he gets healed in time and he looks better. And again, maybe he proves me wrong. Now, we won't be able to see in a few weeks because Arch, again, like I said last week, Texas' schedule coming up is a joke. They play UTEP and Sam Houston. So, those are confidence games for Arch to heal up and get more confident. Because, yeah, I will admit this is his first season as the true starter. I think he's only started about 4 games now in his career. But when I see people tweeting out, Arch Manning's back, relax. Okay, because 5 touchdowns against San Jose State is exactly what he was doing last season against Louisiana Monroe. And we know how Arch ended up looking to open this season against Ohio State. They look like the same quarterback. So I'd pump the brakes on the Arch back thing because I don't know how, but you let me know what you guys think. Is something off about Arch Manning? But let's go watch some NFL Sunday football, shall we? I appreciate everyone for tuning in to this episode of A Casual Take. Follow me on Twitter at StephenPepper38. Until next time, see ya.